July 24, 2017, Travels with Phil, still at Mount St Helens and the area around the Johnston Observatory. And this is called the Eruption Trail. And right in front of me is the Eruption Memorial. It says here, in memory of those who lost their lives in the May 18, 1980 eruption of Mount St Helens. I believe it's 57 names here. And I'll go over it sort of slowly so you can see it. And one of the names you may remember here, right there, Harry R. Truman, not the president, but the guy that was over at Spirit Lake, which is right over there. You barely see a little bit of Spirit Lake here. He was the 80-some-odd-year-old guy. Said he was going to stay here and go with the mountain if the mountain decided to go. And only, I think, 3 or 4 of the people were inside the danger zone. The rest of the, I think, 53 or 54 people who died out here were outside of it. This is called the Johnston Observatory, the Johnston Ridge, named after him. This is the geologist who's stationed up here. He volunteered. And that's what the ridge is named after. The observatory up there is named after him. Now you'll see, I've had a couple of videos here where you've seen a little bit of smoke. Well, it's not smoke, it's dust. And thought it was dust all along, but you can see over here on the right-hand side, slope up there, you can see some of the dust blowing up. And when you dig into these, embankments, this is all the pumice and ash and whatever that was left over from the original blast. It was 600 feet in some spots. And there's a glacier up there coming around the dome. And it has finally worked its way all the way completely around. It's a sort of dark color thing. It's got rocks on top. The sort of dark color stuff you see there at the bottom of the dome inside the crater. And actually there's a second dome in the back. You can't see it from this angle here. But there's another dome in the back that started to build up. Now you can't come into the crater floor from here without special permits, and that's usually for research. But you can, with just a regular permit, you can hike up to the summit from the south end and look over the edge and look down at and see it up there. But lots of wildflowers out here at the present time. Here's some animals making noise. There's a family of mountain goats that have been seen several times up in the dome area. And not too long after they first put it in, they had 20 to 40 some odd sites out there, and they noticed that one of them was getting activity when none of the others were getting activity. Well, it turns out one of the elks, they discovered 30 some odd elks in the crater, and one of the elks was using it as a butt scratcher, and literally they thought there were earthquakes, but it was just going up there and rubbing its rear end up against the seismograph, and which reminds me of some of the stuff that happened with water that was found on the moon. It turned out to be urine dumps. All right, from the Eruption Memorial on the Eruption Trail, not too far from Johnston Ridge Observatory. Back to you.